Hello everyone and welcome back to Earth Ecos, the podcast where we talk about the people, ideas, and movements shaping a greener future. I'm your host Aulia, and today's episode is honestly a very special one. Our guest today is someone who proved that age never limits impact. Born on September 2000, she started changing the world while most people her age were still figuring out what club to join at school. From leading environmental campaigns in Bali to speaking on international stage like the United Nations, she has become one of the most inspiring youth activities of this generation. Please give a warm welcome to the incredible Melati Wijsen.
Hi Aulia, wow, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so really happy to be here.
We're so excited to have you here, Melati. I follow your journey for quite a while, and honestly, your story is the kind that makes people stop and think, maybe I can make a difference too. Melati, you were only 12 years old when you co-founded Bye Plastic Bags. That's an age where the most kids are focused on homework, cartoons, or games, but you were already building a movement. What was the real motivation, the deeper reason that pushed you to start so young?
It honestly came from a place of love for home. Growing up in Bali, my sister Isabel and I spent almost every day near the ocean or in the nature. But after time, we started seeing plastic everywhere, on the beaches, in the river, even floating in the sea while we were swimming. At one point, we realized we couldn't just wait for adults to solve it. Our motivation was simple. We didn't want our home to become pollution beyond repair. We felt responsible for protecting the place we loved.
Wow, that's such a powerful mindset, especially at such a young age. And what's amazing is that your movement didn't just stay online or become a temporary campaign, it created actual change. Many people consider one of your biggest achievements to be helping push Bali toward banning single-use plastic. What was the journey like behind the scenes?
It definitely wasn't easy. People often only see the success part, but there were years of rejection, meetings, petitions, and moments where we felt exhausted. But in 2019, when Bali officially implemented the ban on single-use plastics, it felt surreal. Knowing that movement started by teenagers could contribute to real policy change was incredibly emotional. For me, the most meaningful part wasn't just the law itself. It was proving that young people can influence governments and create serious impact.
And I think that's what makes your story so inspiring. You didn't just raise awareness, you changed system. I also love that instead of stopping there, you decided to create Utopia. It feels like you set from being only an activist to become someone who empowers other young leaders too. What inspired that next chapter?
The environmental fight is definitely not over, but I realize there are so many young people around this world who care deeply about issues in their communities, they just don't know where to start. So through Utopia, we try to give them tools, mentorship, and confidence. Whether it's public speaking, leadership, or understanding policy. We want to help young people turn ideas into action. This world doesn't need just one change maker, it needs millions.
Lines is honestly going to stay with me. The world doesn't need to change maker, but it needs million. And I think a lot of listeners, especially students, sometimes feel like they are too young to matter, but your story completely challenges that idea. Before we close, what would you say to young people listening right now who care about the planet but feel afraid to start?
I would say start small but start now. You don't need to launch a global movement tomorrow. Real change often begins with one conversation, one community project, or one brave step. And don't wait to permission to care. Your voice already matters.
I absolutely love that message. Today's conversation reminds us that protecting the planet isn't only just responsibility of scientists, politicians, or adults. It belongs to all of us. And sometimes, the biggest wave of change begins with the youngest voices. Melati, thank you so much for joining us today. Your journey, honesty, and patience have truly inspired us.
Thank you, Aulia. It was such a meaningful conversation. I'm really grateful to be here.
And to everyone listening, thank you for spending your time with us on Earth Ecos. If today's episode inspired you, don't forget to share it with your friends and keep the conversation going because even small action can create big impact. Until next time, stay aware, stay helpful, and stay vocal for your planet. I'm Aulia and this has been Earth Ecos. See you in the next episode.
Bye! See you!